Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. No intro today. Let's get right into the video. First things first, we're looking at this Guilmon here. So today's promo day, so we're going to go through some of the promos. Some promos I think you're going to want, some promos I think, if you don't want it, hold on to it for a little bit, then get rid of it. So first of all, it's the Guilmon. So Guilmon, if you don't know the Guilmon, is too good. Guilmon with Digimon is, okay, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, it's called Pot of Greed. You get the Digivolve for free, you draw a card, your very next turn, you get to swing in with the Guilmons, draw for Digimon, draw for Guilmon, get your 2 draws in a check. It's a lot of value. Right now, they're sitting at about $18 for, $18 to $19 for Near Mint right here. I mean, Guilmon is getting support in BT12. Is it 12 or EXO4? I want to say it's EXO4. I think it's EXO4. Yes, EXO4 has been leaked. And we have some new Gallantmon support coming in EXO4. I'm trying to think now. I don't believe there wasn't any in BT12. In BT11, I want to say there was not. I'm gonna go ahead and double check that real quick. I do not want to give you incorrect information. Let's see here. BT11, there is, yes, BT11, there is Gallantmon support in BT11. So if you, not BT11, BT12, there is Gallantmon support in BT12. There's Gallantmon support in EXO4. I know that for a fact with the what they call it. I think they call it the medieval Gallantmon. So yeah, I think it's called the medieval Gallantmon. Of course, I'm gonna go ahead and double check for you. No, so BT11 there is no Gallantmon support. So we're looking at BT2, yeah, we got BT12, definitely Gallantmon support, and EXO4 just got leaked over in the OCG with medieval Gallantmon, so it's gonna be green red. Just to give you a little heads up, so this card may in fact go back up to a $20-$25 price point. This is probably the average this card is going to be around $18 to $20. Let's see. I mean, they're really pushing Gallantmon. They're giving Gallantmon 2 entirely new lines on top of some Chaos Gallantmon support. So let's see what pure red Gallantmon can do. Red purple Gallantmon. Let's see what red green medieval Gallantmon can do. Let's see what Dukemon can actually do with all the support coming down the pipe for it. Gabumon. So Gabumon, this is the Gabumon from the original tournament pack. So this Gabumon came out as the official release because the other Gabumon did not come out here as a structure deck. Yeah, it was supposed to be a structure deck like it did in the OCG, but instead they import the cards. So as you can see, this Gabumon here is at $6. I don't know about this Gabumon. I don't think it's going to do too well at all. I think it was just to push the Digimon Ghost games. I don't know. I mean, unless they give Gabumon an entire facelift, like a restructure of his own art type, even if you have to say, this thing is going to be, different colors. It's going to be 4 or 5 different colors. Can go different evolutionary routes and stuff like that. Yeah, like, it's a nice little neato card. If you want to pick it up, you can. So Agumon is sitting at about $11 to $12. This Agumon is good because it gives anything that has Greymon plus 2k DP. I mean, it's an Agumon, so it's searchable within the whole entire archetype. all that good stuff. 2,000 more DP actually makes or breaks games. If you don't know, you now know. This is probably a good price point to put this card up at. This card was probably closer to $20 at one point in time when right before War Greymon X Anybody came out. This card was about $20. I remember because I traded a few of these off. Speaking of which, Metal Greymon Artorias mode sitting at about $20. This is one of the cards that a lot of people do like to have in the War Greymon deck. Just the, because the inheritable is actually good. The inheritables gives you the same inheritables as it would have the X Anybody give you the inheritables. So this gives you the inheritables just like the X Anybody. Oh yeah, I'm deleted by battle, or bounce back to my hand deck. Guess what? I'm gonna trash it to prevent that from happening. It does have a good on Digivolution to where you can pop something that's 5k DP or less. I mean, I think it really is just an overall good card. War Greymon S does play it, just so you know. So Tamer Tai is sitting at easily $9 to $10. All Force Veedramons coming out of BT11. This will be played in the deck. This is way too good. You can drop 2, 3 of these and set up, draws, +1 securities, unsuspended the Veedramons and all that good stuff. So if you want to play all Force Veedramon, pick this bad boy up. It's going to go up to about $10 to $12, especially with the all Force Veedramon. Probably going to see a little bit of play because people love that deck. People love that Digimon. So there you go. Garurumon. So Garurumon's back up to his $18 price point. I was looking down here. Shame on me. That was my number one rule. Don't do that. So it's back up to his $18 price point. Meta Garurumon has been topping events like crazy. I think the last 3 tournaments, Meta Garurumon X has been in top 4 in each of those. I believe it went to the finals in one of them. One big event, I think, is somewhere over the pond. Right when EX03 happened, it was like Metal Garurumon X took like 10 of the top 16 spots. It was 10 of the top 32 spots. It was insane. It was almost that 50% mark. So understand, was it 12? I think it was 12 of 16. Either 10 or 12 of 32. But it was like top 16. It was pushing like 8 to 10 Metal Garurumon X's. But the most recent OT Cup that we did have, saw Examon take it. And it's just Examon finally saying, hey, I broke through. I won a big tournament. I won the big bad boys of the format. I mean, security control to... I want to say security control to second. I believe it's Venus security control. But a lot of people do like security control. A lot of people do like Hydramon. Hydramon's getting a lot of praise right now. A lot of people like, War Greymon X. Anybody's still a thing. I'm seeing that because of the massive hit to Digibros or Digicross. The Shopmon deck really fell in popularity really quickly with the hit to it. And on top of that, with that being the case, Black War Greymon has also fallen back as well from its top spots. It seemed like the meta is starting to shape out a little bit differently. Really, I did say Examon was a tier 1 deck. I still think it is a tier 1 deck to this point. It did win, so kind of give it that, leg up on a lot of other decks. Still think the X Anybody decks, War and Metal, are going to be those big dogs. Security Control is going to be that big dog. Let's see come BT11. Will Blue Flame actually push through? Will D Brigade actually get a win in a post EXO3 format? Well, we'll see. It's been 3 tournaments, and so far it's been Examon, Security Control, and Metal Garurumon X that's been really winning these things. That's been really top dogging. I know D Brigade got top 4 at one of these events, so let's see how it does. But right now, this Garurumon is going up slowly but surely. So here's the interesting part. This Garurumon was reprinted in this rarity. So the gift boxes came out, and where Garurumon got reprinted, so that one's actually 15. This one, for some reason, is actually sitting at 7. So a lot of people are saying, hey, this one wasn't as big of a quantity. This one's probably the highest rarity there is. Yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Which I get. Both are promos, but this one's the OG. This one, actually, to be honest with you, it looks nicer. I do not know the quality of it, so therefore I cannot tell you otherwise. But if the quality of it is like any other Bandai card, I think it actually will hinder a little bit because it may bend. It may bend a little bit, so it's going to probably make shuffling and cutting pretty, awkward. And on top of that, if you know anything about information, having a bent card in your hand that your opponent can obviously see that is bending tells them that it's a high rarity card or it's an important card. Because really, in Digimon, rares seem to bend a lot. The rares and SRs seem to bend the most. Promos seem to be very, very, very good because it just have a light texture over the top of it. Alternate arts actually seem to be very, very good at that too. That they didn't, they didn't have a heavy press on it. But SRs and rares seem to be the ones that a lot of people can kind of telegraph, oh, that might be a rare. Oh, that might be an SR. So it's probably a level 5 or a level 6, depending on how they play it out. So also telegraphs a little bit harder. So I do not know the qualities of these. Let me know in the comment section below how the gift boxes ones are compared to the regular ones. Might not warrant the price to pay for this one. Might just pick up these instead. Deltamon, you see Deltamon here sitting about $7, $8. I don't know. I have to actually see. Are they really going to give Deltamon some indirect support? Are they really going to just have Deltamon be this kind of red-black bridge? But the recalls for both is kind of crazy unless you're composite. Are we going to see more composite Digimon? Or is this going to be kind of like those one-off, I'm going to leave in the dust type of things? So I'm going to do some digging after this video is done to kind of look into the future. We do have, BT11 is totally 100% spoiled. BT12 in the OCG has been spoiled. So 4 has been leaked. I can go ahead and look through and see what is Bandai thinking when it comes to this, or did they just forget about it? With the rise of Bloom Lordmon or is it Lord Bloomon? I think it's Bloom Lordmon and Hydramon. So with the rise of the vegetation, Grandis has fallen out of grace. Notice a lot of people are hopping off of Grandis, going into the vegetation that the Hydramon, and man, Grandis is down to $6 right now. A lot of people are moving away from these build a stack S type of decks. And if your deck does not have a lot of utility behind it, like Metal Gurumon and War Greymon do. War Greymon, you know, can pop cards, can swing, does all these big chests. You don't activate security, option cards, all that good stuff. You know, Grandis was kind of missing that. It was kind of missing that protection. I mean, with Grandis, you can hit through 6-7 security one shot. But if anything was in that security that disrupted your stat, you was done. And with security control being arguably the top 3 best decks in the format, you're not going to win that 7 times out of 10. You're not. Unless you're going to play red-green Grandis and put in some delicate plans and probably play a hero too, so you get that extra 2000 DP. That's probably the better way of doing things. But Grandis really is taking a step back. People still like Grandis, and from what I've seen, Grandis is still making top 32s. But a lot of people are like, yeah, Grandis is not going to take you all the way to the top 4. It's just not. Things are changing right now. Demi Devimon. Now this one I was looking at, sitting at about $7 to $8. This one is not bad, especially if you plan on playing Beelzemon. This is probably a good promo to pick up. Having to go ahead and just drop it for 2. Drop it for 3. Trash the top 2. You know, just kind of just start milling your deck off. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad as a tech. I know a lot of people's probably like, well, I'd rather play the Imon on deletion, but this one you can control the actual milling of your deck. You might want to throw a couple of them in just in case. See it early game, you get the Digivolve, or you can just drop this. If you go second, your opponent gets you a couple memory to play with, that kind of good stuff. So I've been looking into Tyrannomon. And I'm going to just say this right off the bat. My last market watch, I did not even know there was EXO4 Elites. So when I was talking about Terriermon and how the line should go and give my thoughts and opinions, guess Bandai must have thought about it as well and made the Terriermon line green, black, and all looks decent. I'm going to go ahead and do a video on EXO4 at least up to this point, so we can get a kind of an indication of how it is. But I want to say Tyrannomon's going to be in a decent spot to be a good rogue deck for me to go ahead and play around with. So if you like Tyrannomon, might want to pick up these promos, pick up the Master Tyrannomons, all that kind of stuff. It is going to be a red-green type of deck, even though Metal Tyrannomon. No, even though Rust Tyrannomon is going to be green-black, still you have all these different ways of doing things. And really, you can play a tricolor if you want to, green, red, black, because there are black, red, and green Tyrannomons. So you can go ahead and do a lot of things with this deck. I think this deck is going to be a good road deck. Would it catch a couple of people off guard? Yeah. If the right ratios and the right style is built, it can actually potentially make a top 32 spot. Now, the reason why I say that is a lot of faster decks are not here. Examon coming in and the ban list coming out really slowed the format down about a turn or two. So you have these type of decks that are like Mastermind. Mastermind is a slower type of deck. Can you go into turn 2 Mastermind? Yes. How consistent? Maybe 7 out of every 10 games you can go to a turn 2 Mastermind if you force it. So Mastermind being a slower, control type of deck that can also play hyper aggressive that turn 3-4 spot when your opponent, wants to actually try to swing in for game. So having those type of rogue decks can really help you out, with the surprise factor. And if it's built properly and it's piloted by the right people, you can go ahead and make a top 32 spot out of nowhere. Look what happened to Machine Dramon a couple of formats ago. It happens. So it's a good pickup in my opinion. Good pickup. Now I want to say these three as a whole. These memory boosts are they're going up. Right now, red memory boost is sitting at about $16. Blue memory boost is sitting at about $16, $17. Yellow and purple is sitting at $8. Green is sitting at about $10 to $12. Remember, these things are only going to go up and down depending on the meta. I seen the Examon list that one only played one blue memory boost because they played Triple Davis, because Davis can search the entire deck. So a lot of people are saying is one memory boost the way to go, is two memory boosts the way to go. I, for one, if you're pretty tamer heavy, like I'm working on a purple hybrid build that's probably going to be tamer heavy, about 7-8 tamers in it. It's a lot, but it can work. Upgrading my Ragnar deck, that playing about 5 or 6 tamers in it, which is a little better than the original Ragnar that I had, but I'll give an update on that a little bit later. But these memory boosts are something that if you have not been listening all these time about picking up these Altart memory boosts, man, you're paying a lot of money. These memory boosts was like $5, $7, $8, $9. I think blue memory boosts like $9 at one point in time. And then all these busted decks start coming out. That's like, yo, let's make it super consistent. Let's get the memory boost. Everything double and triple in price. So if you have these, great, good for you. If you don't, you might want to pick up probably a couple of the yellows and a couple of the purples. You never know when these two colors just might be super relevant. I know net set in BT11, a lot of people want to play the Bagagan army. So you might see purple memory boost actually go up above that $10 to $11 price point. Just said. Well, yeah, I know the video is probably a little bit short today, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. So 4 elite video. So without further ado, I'm going to see you in the next video. I'm going to get up out of here. I've been your boy Dante, and this has been yet another Digimon Market Watch. Peace!